Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for day 20 of my 20 days 20 cards tutorial series. For our last day today, I thought I would show you some sponging techniques, and so I've chosen a card design by Nikki Estes and I've just adapted that to my Stampin' Up! Stamps. So for our sponging technique we need a piece of gloss cardstock, and we're just going to stamp on that with black Stays On and the multi-tree image from Lovely as a Tree stamp set. So we'll just ink that stamp up really well. And then we'll stamp that down onto our gloss cardstock. Okay, so our next step is the sponging. So I'm going to use sponge daubers for this, and I'll start with some Certainly Celery ink just to highlight around the tree areas. Now when you're sponging, you want to start off the page that you're sponging onto and then just rub in circular motions. So each time you ink up your dauber again, start off the page so that you don't get any big blotch marks of ink, and just continue to rub in circular motions. So the second colour that I'm using is Baja Breeze, and I'm going to use that to fill in the sky area and just sponge around the edges of the image. And the last colour I'm going to use is Not Quite Navy, and I'm just basically going to sponge the edges of the image with that darker shade. Okay, once you're happy with your sponging, we're then going to mount that up onto some Whisper White cardstock, just with snail adhesive. And we're just going to centre that on a larger square of Whisper White so that we've got an even white border around our sponged image. Then we're going to mount that up onto some Not Quite Navy cardstock, and it's actually a rectangle so that we've got space down here for some linen thread and a button, and we're centering it in the top area so that we've got an even border on both sides and along the top of the image. Okay, then we're going to take some linen thread and we're going to wrap that around the bottom section of the Not Quite Navy cardstock. And then we'll start to tie it off in a knot, but before we actually finish the knot, we will attach a button. Then we're going to stamp our sentiment down in the bottom right corner of the card front, and I'm using the Season's Greetings sentiment from the Snow Swirled stamp set. And we're just going to leave the Not Quite Navy layer there just for placement of our sentiment, and then we'll just pop it out of the way so that it doesn't get in the way of our Stamp-A-Majig. And we're just going to stamp that sentiment in black Stays On ink. Then we're ready to stick down our not quite navy layer. So we'll do that with some snail adhesive. And there you have it, our card for day 20 complete. Thanks for joining me for my 20 days, 20 cards tutorial series. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial videos. Please stop by my website stampwithwendy.com.au. Bye for now.